Talking about methods of testing disinfectants. So if I have a disinfectant, I don't just go and start using it anyhow. Do you understand? I'll actually have to test that disinfectant. I test it very well to make sure that the disinfectant is actually effective. And I'm also testing because I want to now know the amount of that disinfectant that will be effective. Alright? So methods of testing disinfectants. We say that disinfectants are tested using standardized laboratory methods. Why are you testing them? This is because you want to evaluate their ability to be able to kill and inhibit microorganisms. Okay, so you want to know how these things will actually function well. So the main methods are what we are going to talk about. So the first one is known as the Phenol coefficient test, also known as the Rideal Walker test. It compares the effectiveness of a disinfectant compared to phenol, which is like a standard, a reference standard. So the ratio of the disinfectant dilution to phenol dilution that is able to kill a microorganism is what is known as the Phenol coefficient. So they compared the effect of a micro agent, that's microbial agent, to phenol. All right. So dilution test, basically you have a disinfectant. So you dilute it in different stages of dilution. So for each stage of the dilution, you are taking it to check on how it can be able to be effective on a group of microorganisms. So let me say you dilute 50 ml, you test 100 ml, you test 150 ml, you test. Do you understand? So by the end of the day, you can actually even make a graph from that. So Dick's diffusion method, this is when microorganisms are growing in a petri dish, and now come and pour a disinfectant. So you now see for the area that the disinfectant is effective, you see the place to start becoming clear. That's to tell you that microorganisms are not able to grow to that place. So how big the clear zone is, they call that the inhibition zone, will tell you how effective that disinfectant is. Then we have the suspension test, where microorganisms are suspended in the liquid disinfectant for a set time. Okay, carrier methods, where microbes are carried on carriers like glass, metal, or fabrics. So carriers are exposed to disinfectants, then transferred to growth media. This one, from the way they are explaining them, you know that they're not really the standard ways. Okay, so the first three we mentioned are basically the standard ways in which you can be able to test disinfectants.